So today we're doing a deep dive into a piece of hardware that well, it has a name only an engineer could love. The Key Digital KD X3X1WUTX.
Yeah, let's just call it the wall plate for today.
Good plan. Because looking at the specs and some of the reviews you sent over, this is clearly not just some plastic cover you slap on the wall.
Not at all.
So the mission for this deep dive is to figure out why this specific device is being called, the unsung hero of commercial AV, because it really just looks like a fancy input panel.
It does, but that's sort of the point. That feeling of panic. You walk into a conference room, presentation's ready to go, but you're holding a laptop with USB-C, and all they have is a frayed HDMI cable.
Or worse, you need a VGA dongle for a projector from like 2010 and yours is back at the office.
Exactly. This device is basically designed to kill that panic. It's a 3x1 4K HDBaseT transmitter. It fits in a standard wall box, but it's solving that last mile problem of getting video from your laptop to the screen.
Without the mess of cable.
Without the cable spaghetti,
yeah.
right?
I was looking at the input list, and it's like a timeline of computing. You have the modern stuff, USB-C, DisplayPort, standard HDMI. But then right there next to them is a VGA port. Why are we still putting VGA in new hardware?
Because corporate infrastructure, it just moves a lot slower than consumer tech. It's a Swiss Army knife approach.
Right.
The reality is someone's always going to walk into a meeting with a 10-year-old laptop. This bridges the gap. It'll take that old analog VGA signal and, digitize it for a modern 4K screen.
And it has auto sensing, right? So you don't have to fiddle with anything.
Yes, and that's huge. It's huge for the user experience. You don't call IT, you don't hunt for a remote, you just plug in, the unit sees the new active signal, and boom, you're on the screen.
Okay, let's talk about the transport mechanism. You said HDBaseT. For someone who just wants their screen to work, why does that matter more than just, say, a really long HDMI cable?
It's physics, really. A standard HDMI cable, a copper one, it starts to degrade after maybe 15, 20 feet. In a big boardroom, the equipment rack could be way down the hall. HDBaseT just sends that signal. We're talking 4K UHD with 18G of bandwidth over a standard Ethernet cable.
A network cable. And how far are we talking?
For full 4K, up to 328 feet. That's 100 meters.
100 meters.
And if you drop down to 1080p, you can push to almost 500 feet.
That is a serious distance. And the quality isn't degrading?
No, that's the key. It supports HDR10 and deep color. So even though the signal's traveling the length of a football field, the image at the other end is, well, it's pristine.
Okay, so this is where I think the real insight is. I was reading about the soft codec and KVM feature. This isn't just sending video out anymore, is it?
No, and this is what separates it from, the dumb extenders of the past. It has USB host and device ports built in.
So let's walk through that. I'm in a Zoom room, let's say. The room has a nice 4K camera on the wall and a professional microphone on the ceiling.
Correct. Those are the USB peripherals, and they're plugged into this system.
So when I plug my laptop into the wall plate...
You aren't just sending your screen to the big display. The wall plate is actually handing those room cameras and mics back to your laptop.
Oh, that's clever. So it basically turns my personal laptop into the room's main computer.
Precisely. It enables that whole hybrid workflow where you just control the entire room from your own device. And with the CEC manager it even automates the basics. You plug in, the display turns on, you unplug, it powers down.
It's really all about making the hardware invisible. Speaking of invisible, I don't see a power port on this thing. I mean, if it's doing 4K conversion and acting as a USB hub, it has to be pretty power hungry. Do I need an electrician?
Nope. It uses power over HDBaseT, or POH. It actually draws its electricity from the receiver unit, which is hidden away in that server closet down the hall.
So the install stays incredibly clean.
Oh, okay. But we should address the price.
Yeah.
I'm seeing this retail for around $665.
Which is steep, yeah, if you're thinking of it as just a wall outlet.
Right. But you have to see it as a piece of commercial infrastructure. It's designed to integrate with professional control systems like Crestron, AMX. It's for spaces where, failure just isn't an option.
So to sum it all up, we have a device that standardizes a whole chaos of inputs, from ancient VGA to modern USB-C, sends that signal 300 feet away without any loss, and connects your laptop to the room's entire USB ecosystem.
And it powers itself while doing it. It's the ultimate set it and forget it kind of bridge.
It does raise an interesting question for me, though. We're building these incredibly sophisticated, smart walls just so we can plug our stuff in.
It's a paradox, isn't it?
Yeah.
As our personal devices get sleeker and lose their ports, relying on maybe one or two USB-C slots, We become totally dependent on this invisible infrastructure just to connect with each other.
Right. If the wall plate fails, you're not a presenter anymore. You're just a person in a room holding a silent, useless metal slab.
And that is a genuinely terrifying thought for anyone who's ever had to give a presentation.
Something to think about next time you plug in. Thanks for deep diving with us today.